All right, welcome back to another devlog. We have 2 weeks left. Very, very scary. This week we had the second open test session. We got a lot of feedback on our prototype that we had, which is probably about the same from the last video, honestly. And then this weekend, a lot of us have really put in a lot of work. So I'd say, honestly, compared to the open test session, it looks, in my opinion, I think it's like 10 times better in terms of flow and gameplay and just like overall design. So I can show what it looks like and I'll talk about the features as I go. A big feature is so the rats have health bars now, which I think looks really cool. I raised all the walls and I added lighting, so it makes it look a little bit more like a cohesive dungeon. A big new thing is that when you walk into a room, it will close you off in it. So as you can see, we've got some new gates, which looks awesome, really adds for that dungeony aesthetic. When you do an attack, you get a little music note reaction, which looks awesome. We also have a last sequence control now, which is going to be the left trigger on the controller, where you can basically send the rats to do the last thing that you commanded them to do. On the rat spawners now, we've got a little white glowing light when you can pick up a new rat. Or actually, it's just when there's a new rat there. Also, I should mention a big issue that we had was the rats would basically deal damage if you just walked through the enemies. We have fixed that now. The rats will only deal damage when they are actually commanded to deal damage, which really just improves the game flow and prerogative for doing commands. So you can watch some gameplay. I think it just looks like so much cooler now. I think it really adds. It looks a lot better, truly. I have to get to a certain point because I want to show you another type of enemy that we have. We also got feedback that our ranged enemies should have a different color of bullet, just so it's really visible for now. Hopefully we'll change that once we get the art, so it'll look a little bit more like an actual, hopefully an arrow, I think. So yeah, I think gameplay, it feels a lot more like intuitive now. I feel like the design is so much better, and the gameplay of like going from room to room feels really like, again, intuitive. So you can see here that big black enemy is that is going to be the melee enemy. It's the brute enemy. And again, you can just gameplay feels great. It's definitely kind of designed for the controller. It's not super great on the keyboard, but and then I'll show we now have a little UI menu where you can either resume or you can restart or you can even look at the controls, which I think is a lot better than having it on the screen. And then let me check if I missed anything. I think that should be about all that I have to say. And I hope you'll stick around with us for the next 2 weeks as we wrap up this competition and our game. Thank you.